a lot of who Prospero is for me has to do with the choices that he's made. And I think, especially as an artist myself, I understand his getting caught up in his art and making that the center of his world, and to the exclusion of all else, so that it in some ways divorces him from his connection with the world proper. So that, my library was dukedom large enough. He gets caught up in the intellectual, he gets caught up in thought, he gets caught up in art, and that removes him from society. And I think that sometimes happens with people, that they get removed, and so much that they make an island of themselves. So, Shakespeare has us on this island, and yet there is the intimate connection of life. There's still the child, the family connection, the blood connection that he can't lose. So he feels a lot of betrayal on the part of at the hands of his brother and the like. But I think what he comes to on the island ultimately is a sense that he has been self-betrayed, that he has ignored a fundamental part of life because of his own egotistical fascination, which is almost like addiction, this connection with the thing that is loved to such an extent, to almost to the exclusion of all other things, and to have that rush of the feeling of power. I'm good at this, and so I can do things with this. But the things he ultimately does, that he talks about on the island, are fairly empty things. I can bedim the noontide sun, call forth the mutinous winds, but so what? The two magic things that he can't do is he can't forgive.
What a good thing.
Sorry,
for
we're
you.
filming right now. Thanks. He can't. The two magics that are in the play that he can't achieve are falling in love and forgiveness. He can bring Ferdinand and Miranda together, but he can't make it happen. Love is a magic that happens by itself. Forgiveness is a decision he has to make, and the magic of forgiveness is not any other kind of magic. It's not a learned magic. It's not a book magic. It's an emotional, decided magic on the part of an individual. To take the road less traveled in some ways. He says the greater virtue is in, the greater choice is in virtue rather than in vengeance. So to relinquish that human desire for vengeance and to side with virtue is to come back to the world emotionally in an important way. And so that's how I view him, and that's where I see him being. And what happens out of that, I think, is in coming to work on that with Jim Warren, the director, and talking with him about it, I came to decide that, and from the outset of the play, from the way he talks to his daughter Miranda, he cares deeply about her, and he loves her the way you love a child, and I have a child, and I love my child that way, and he wants the best for her. And it's that germ at the beginning that's there everywhere. It's all over the play for him. And so he is a gentle soul. He's a gentle soul who's self-wounded, and in the self-wounding, there's some anger. There's anger at other people, but ultimately it comes back. There's anger at other people, but ultimately it comes back to there being an anger at himself, for where he's brought himself to, and it's that he has to return from. And the only way home is love and forgiveness.